disconnected somehow. It basically pumped our whole tank, one of our whole tanks of fresh water, basically into the bilge.
The coolant was leaking from the weep hole on the freshwater pump.
Coast Guard put out a mayday call for somebody nearby to tow us into Sooke.
We decided to take advantage of the calm weather and rename the boat and apply the new decals.
As many of you know, renaming a boat is a tradition that must be done with great care and respect. The sea has a long memory, and we must first ask for permission to change the name before bestowing this vessel with a new identity. O mighty Poseidon, ruler of the seas and protector of all those who journey upon them, we humbly ask for your favour as we renounce the former name of this vessel, Sirius III, and we commit it to the depths, never to be spoken again, and ask that you erase it from your records. With your blessing, we now present this vessel with her new name, Steph'Ney Thames, a name chosen to honour Billy's father, Stephen, and my uncle Rodney. Two men who spent many, many years working the seas, living by the rhythm of the tides. May this boat carry their spirit forward, bringing us luck, safe passage, and bountiful catches to all who sail aboard her. To Steph'Ney Thames, may she have fair winds, following seas, and a deck always full of fish.
As we had an upcoming trip planned for the UK to see family, we spoke to Jenkins Marine and managed to make a space for us in their dock so we could safely store Steph'Ney Thames while we was away.
Big thank you to Jenkins Marine and Sooke for last minute getting the guys to tow us and finding us a space to keep us so there's nowhere chance of the anchor slipping while we're out here.
3 weeks later.
Following from our previous episode where we were towed into Sooke after the fresh water pump failure, Jenkins Marine and Sooke Basin helped us order our new parts.
So before installing the new pump, we had to remove the old gasket and sand the surface down smooth so as the new gasket wouldn't leak. We then added aviation gasket sealant to the new gasket to hold it in place and to improve the seal. The new pump was then fitted with all the bolts being torqued up to spec, and then coolant was added to the engine. After adding the coolant, we noticed that it was leaking out of the bottom of the freshwater pump. After closer inspection, we found that the pump was too big for the area where the freshwater pump was meant to sit. This engine was a Perkins 4107, but marinized by Westerbeek with different plates and covers. The freshwater pump was for a Perkins 4107 engine. This pump was around $180, whereas a Westerbeek 40 freshwater pump was around $2,500, and it was now that we found out why. To get around this, we actually used a grinder and ground the edge of the pump where it clashed with the lower front main bearing case and the raw water pump casing, which stopped it sitting flush to the engine block.
So, fitted it, filled up coolant, it poured everywhere. What the hell is going on here? Everything all around it looked fine, took it off, looked fine, put it back on, inspected all the way around. Then I noticed the flange to the raw water pump, or the housing for the raw water pump, was just nicking the edge of this, just holding it off, just ever so slightly. So what I'm going to do is grind this tip off here, flatten it off so it stops clashing with the water housing pump, or water pump housing, shall I say. Hopefully it will sit flush and not leak.
In this clip you can see where the freshwater pump no longer clashes with the raw water pump housing. You can also see where it's actually clashing with the lower front main bearing casing. After this, we removed the pump and shaved it down with a grinder, and after that it actually fitted well without any leaks.
There we go. It's all back fitted, all lined up. Right, now attention put in there.
Yes, whilst we was in Sooke, we installed our solar panels. Got these clips off of Amazon. The eco-worthy solar panels as well, right? I think that was from Amazon. And then, so we've got 4 all together. So there's one there, there's 2 up top, and then 1 on the other side there. The boat originally came with solar panels. We had these white clips there, so we just kind of reused them for the solar panels on top. As mentioned before, we had the clips there, so they're the right diameter for this size railing, so clip them on and just bolted them to there. We went to, I think, Princess Auto, I think it was, got these aluminum strips, cut them down, just cut like a hole cut groove, sat around that pole there and just tacked them into the side of the panel there to hold them up. And then we, after drilled and added the cable tie, just so as any bumps and waves, it didn't just jump out. It kind of holds it still there. So what I've done with these two is connected these 2 panels together. Went to this side, there's the lithium battery, and them 2 wired together and go to the lead acid. And then just had these. So yeah, you've got a live and neutral from the panel, got a ground to the casing of the solar panel there. There's another one for this one up here that runs down to the ground on the boat, just in case there's any internal shorts, we don't want to get electrocuted. So yeah, that was the same for both sides there. And another thing with these solar panels, they're actually bifacial. We purchased bifacial ones because I figured on sunny days when the water's calm like today, get reflection off the water and we'll get a bit more voltage, a bit more power from them. Okay, so we have a lithium battery under here. Got a starter battery here and a vented box. It's covered. Did build this little case here. It's a temporary measure. I'm going to build a frame on the side of the boat there to put all the batteries in, but this has the inverter inside it because we actually have some water that leaks through here and it drips down. We had water drip down on an inverter before, so we built this box just to protect it so don't have any issues there. So here's the lithium battery here. So the terminals running there. We have 3 Victrons charge controllers here. So we have one that's for this small one. Is actually for a small flexible solar panel we have on top of our bimini. That goes to our starter battery. Then we have 2 Victron charge controllers here. One's for lithium and the other one's for lead acid. And as explained before, one of these is supplied by 2 of the solar panels on one side, the other one's from the other 2. Then we also have a shunt here. This is for our lithium battery. This just shows the current going in and out of the battery. It gives us an accurate measurement of the charge percentage. This is where we mounted the remote control. This is for our inverter. This shows the battery voltage, inverter voltage, and the watts that are being used currently, so we can switch it on and off from in here. Yeah, for lead acid, it come with the boat. So there's 6 batteries, 3 that side, 3 that side. They're the Trojan 6 volts. So these guys are wired in parallel. These are wired in parallel. They're wired in series together to make 2 banks, which make the 12 volts. They've been working fine, so we kept them on the boat for now. Just keep using them until they stop working, then we'll probably replace them with lithium as well.
Okay, so today's little task we're going to do, is in the V-Berth here. we've emptied it all out, pulled out the cushions, and try and get in here. Pulled out all the inserts and everything. And what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to give it a quick clean. The problem is we were having is quite a lot of mildew and like condensation and stuff, and things are getting damp and like a bit mouldy, like underneath our mattress. So what we're going to do, we pulled it all out, we're going to give it a clean over, and we're just going to put the flexi insulation, and hopefully that will kind of insulate it a bit more. Spray 9, which is a heavy duty cleaner, disinfectant, and kills viruses. Whoa! Also, for those who don't know, behind here, and this section here, is where the anchor locker. So when we bring the anchor in, it all collects behind there. So that's where a lot of this dirt comes from. It's probably off the anchor and stuff. It's not that it's just a dirty boat. Just years of use. It's getting all the. So this is what it was all like. Did you just see it's in the green? And here all the dirt. So that's that side I need to do still. So I've just finished this side. And yeah, nice. We're all nice and clean and ready for Bill to do his thing. So now Bill's just measuring up here so he can cut the insulation there. There.
Yeah, just going to cut off a section of this, put it on the inside of that. Just feel like there's a lot of humidity and dampness coming through there in the chain locker. Just do this bit now actually.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen inside here, there is the chain locker. Pretty much looks exactly like how you expect it to look, really.
So we mentioned in our previous episodes that we fitted the wheel adapter. We had no recent footage of this, so we just want to show you what we've actually done and how we've set it up. A little bit different from how other mono Windvanes are set up. But we looked into buying a wheel adapter and it was quite expensive. We didn't want to, spending so much money on other stuff. We don't want to spend too much money on that. So we actually purchased a pulley. It was like $20, just an ordinary pulley from Princess Auto. Used these U-bolt clamps to clamp it to the actual steering wheel so it doesn't move. Got some Dyneema rope. Just drilled some holes through either side of the pulley there, and as you see, just a little knot. Wrapped it around once. This Dyneema comes down. Got a couple of these pulleys here. Just bolted them through the deck floor. Then we have them coming onto snatch box things here. So just kind of looped it around and through and tied it on the other end, but actually tied like a slip knot here. So you can slide it up and down to the desired length. And once you got it at the desired length, you can just lock it in. And yeah, it doesn't move. We've got them either side. And then up here, some more Dyneema rope there. Just kind of tied it around, sewed it together there. And these are clips there. So when we actually connect it, that's our connection there. So if ever we want to disconnect them on a Windvane and we want a hand steer, we can just disconnect it. Then you've got hand steering again, and you're not being steered by the Windvane. So yeah, so some more Dyneema rope here. Which had it coming through, connected up as you do with a monitor Windvane. Going through these pulleys here, as you see it backwards and forwards. There. We had some of these Schaefer Marine blocks spare. Used a hose clamp there to clamp it to the bar to get that angle, so when it's connected to this, it comes over the top. It's missing everything there. Yeah, for here, changing the direction of the actual wind paddle, just looped a bit of rope here on itself, tied it in the knot there, so it's looped, and then we've just got like a bungee cord there to keep some tension on it, and then you can just adjust the direction that way, and it holds it still.
We're off again.
Yeah.
We've got the shipping lanes going across here.